Mike Williams of US Gamer. At this point, I was about to say, as always, joined by Katie McCarthy.
Yeah, it seems that way. I'm just here. I'm your regular co-host, I guess, for streams. I
Yeah.
don't know why it's always me, but here I am.
Yeah, usually it's someone else who is related to the game, and that just because we share all the reviews, that's how it's kind of worked out this time.
Yeah.
So, uh, welcome back again to all of us. Right, and today we are going to be playing Mario Rabbids Kingdom Battle, a game that didn't expect to actually be really good,
Yeah.
but
It's a shocker.
yeah, like when it launched, it was like not launched, like when it was leaked, everyone was like, "What's going on? Is this a real thing?" And yes, it is in fact a real thing.
I feel like it came out really quick too. Like I didn't expect it to like be like, oh yeah, it's out this summer type thing. Like it got like officially announced and it was just like out. There's like a very short in between there.
Yeah. So I am I had to replay um, a bunch of the game to get back to a point that I could actually stream, and then as I was doing that, like I finished most of that. That was last night. I basically marathoned like a good 5 hours last night. Uh, I realized that you can actually revisit any level at any time. Um, so you're
Just playing
still,
a bunch for nothing.
yeah. So you're still gonna see that second game because by God, I put in the hard work, and
Yeah.
by God, you will enjoy it. But yes, you can revisit any level over in this washing machine over here.
Oh no.
So,
Oh, that's a nice looking washing machine though. Like, what brand do you think it is?
I mean, that's probably a made. Well, it's got to be like a French version, right? Because these are Rabbids.
Oh,
That's
that's true. Yeah.
Ubisoft's.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say my laundromat. It used to have like really cheap washing and drying, and then they remodeled like last year, and now it's really expensive to do anything, and it's really sucks. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's just living in San Francisco. It's just everything's really expensive. But it used to be like I could do everything for like $3, and now it's like $5 to wash, and it's really depressing.
So this is the Mushroom Castle, which is your hub area for the game, and as you finish levels, things from the this toilet with floating in it and the Goomba stuck to the wall are from the first world, and then kites are rabbit kites, and there's a Bullet Bill trapped in underwear from the second world. Yeah, right there.
Why is that toilet covered in moss? That's really gross.
Because it was in. So I'm gonna actually run back through. So this is World 1 over here, first one that's open, and the game actually wants you to come back and redo things. So this is the world exploration part. But like right here, later you'll get a move that allows you to drill down, and this will open another path forward. So it's kind of a Metroidvania in the fact that you have to visit areas.
Yeah.
But
why are you following a Roomba?
Okay, so this is Beepo.
Okay.
Which is the in-game living manifestation. It's actually a character of the game's cursor.
Okay.
Because it's a strategy game, so
Yeah.
So you have to have a cursor to follow. Here, let me get into battle.
I like how everyone like Naruto runs. They put their or just Mario, I guess, does that, but that's pretty good. Is there permadeath in this, like in XCOM?
Oh no, Lord
What?
no, Lord
That's
no.
not a true strategy game then.
Wait, what does it need permadeath for?
Stakes? I don't know. Make people. Oh, that dude looks stuck.
Yeah. Yes, the Goombas are all horribly trapped, and you feel
Oh
almost
no.
bad for them.
I feel bad. Look at him. He's struggling. It's so sad. Oh man.
So the overworld sections are broken up by regions like this that are just completely open world and usually have treasure and puzzles to solve. And then you see these flags here. If you haven't finished something, the flags are black with a rabbit symbol on it. And basically these are fighting areas. So while I was in a battle, I couldn't fight.
So how did these two worlds combine? I think that's like the most confusing part for me. Cause like
High vodka
I
tonic.
don't think of Rabbids when I see Mario, and I don't think of Mario when I see Rabbids. Like it just seems like a very strange combination, especially because Rabbids are very annoying.
So
Mario isn't.
So the opening of the game, Battle HQ. This is actually where you can set up your team. So at this point, I've finished 2 worlds of 4. Second game, so I've unlocked up to Peach, and the last 2 are Rabbid Yoshi. So anyways, the large point is there was a human who created a helmet that could merge any 2 items together.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Rabbids, apparently, I had to look this up. This is a part of the Rabbids thing. They have a time traveling washing machine.
Okay.
And the Rabbids, apparently, they jump into this machine and they go places and then they cause trouble. So in this place, they landed in this lady's lab when she took a break. And one of them put on the helmet that merged stuff. And she had Mario paraphernalia, so it zapped the washing machine and the Mario paraphernalia. And then sucked them all into the washing machine again, which opened a portal into the Mushroom Kingdom.
Was this human portion FMV? Because I feel like that would be really good.
No, it was still full. It was full CGs, but she was supposed to have like Pixar style, like full, like you never see her face. You see her hands though, and you're like, okay, that's supposed to be like Disney Pixar style. She's a full size human. Mario's still a odd, weird freak with weird proportions that doesn't make any sense. So
that would be really good if it was FMV. That would have been like a nice little twist, but I guess that would require a lot of work.
Yeah, so basically
CG,
you're jumping through different regions that have been merged with other stuff, which is why the Bullet Bill has the giant underwear, because the underwear was in the lab and got pulled through. It's really hard to explain now that I'm...
It's just like they're like, well, how are we gonna mix these worlds? And then they just put a bunch of ideas into a hat and then just pulling stuff out. They just had a dartboard and just threw darts at it, and that seems to be how this worked out. Which isn't surprising, honestly.
It's surprisingly game has a lot of options, especially in team composition. So Mario is always here. Like Mario is always a part of your team, which is kind of a bummer because you only have 3 members on your team at any one time.
So you're just stuck with them.
You're stuck with Mario, and he's the all-rounder. He just shoots stuff, melees. Then one of your other team members always has to be a rabbit.
I don't like that, because I don't like Rabbids. I think that's my problem with this game, is like, I hate it.
So I essentially use Rabbid Peach because she is one of the few healers in the game.
So ugly.
And then Luigi is usually my last one. So Yoshi is a glass cannon. I didn't use Rabbid Yoshi much during the actual game, but he's got a Gatling gun. Peach is high movement. Some interesting defensive capabilities. Rabbid Mario is high damage, so he's got a shotgun and melee, and his dash causes things to explode. Luigi is your sniper. Rabbid Luigi is completely defensive. So this is generally my team here. Then you have weapons. Weapons.
Oh, cool. So you can change weapons. It's not just like you're stuck with that. Okay.
Yeah, and so this is. Each character has their own specific weapons. Yeah.
Oh, that looks cute.
Yeah,
That's the only time I saw a rabbit thing look cute.
So primary, secondary, but you find weapons, either they're unlocked from the boss or you find them out in the overworld, and then you have to buy them using, you see the coins that you also find out in the overworld, or you gain from complete missions. Okay.
Oh yeah, vodka and tonic. Yeah, team members can't die. We said that at the very beginning of the stream, so probably missed it, but no, people can't die, which is a bummer. I wish there should be permadeath. I think that'll make this really exciting.
I mean, they can die in the middle of the match. They just come back immediately afterwards.
I mean, I want like Luigi to just like dab and then just die, and that's it. That's the last you see of him, and you have to feel that regret that you let him die.
I am surprised at how many people like jumped onto that Luigi dabbing thing.
Yeah, I didn't know that was a thing until I saw the thing, and I was like, okay. I didn't like. I wasn't super surprised about it. It's like, this isn't Nintendo making this. Of course, there would be a stupid joke like that in there.
And there's as references, as you can see here, like Luigi's sniper rifle is, of course, the vacuum from Luigi's Mansion.
Yeah, that
in
is.
different
That's
versions.
Cool. That's pretty cool.
Each weapon has different ranges, hit, it does damage to cover, and then usually a special effect. So like in this case, it's ink, which prevents any weapon attacks. For these guys, I tend to use bounce weapons, which cause an enemy to bounce high in the air, which is good for combos. Buy his upgraded weapon and equip that.
How hard would you say this game is? Like, strategy games kind of have a reputation for being like requiring obviously a lot of strategy to be like obvious with it, but you know, they're not like, you can't like fly through those type of games usually. Like, how would you say this measures up like in terms of other strategy games?
So the first world is pretty easy. This is the skill tree, which you get power orbs, finding bosses, stuff like that. And unlike most, like I can actually reset this entire thing at any time, which is really nice. Like, not being locked into any specific skill tree choice is so nice.
Yeah, I kind of hate that. There's so many times where I like regret it. Like when I was playing Pyre, you have 4 slots to fill with abilities, and I always regretted like my last one, but you can't really go back on it. So I was like, well, I'm just stuck with these 4 abilities, I guess, and it sucked.
But difficulty-wise, it is a surprisingly difficult game. It starts off pretty easy, but at a certain point, they start throwing more enemies with more varied abilities, and it becomes much harder. Like you start to have to think about which weapons you're going to take into battle. Second. Some health.
How big of a Rabbids fan would you say you were before going into this game?
Oh,
and like
negative.
How? No.
Not a Rabbids.
How much would you say you are now after enjoying this game?
I mean, they're not like even like really characters. So these are the kind of things. So this is this
Oh, that looks
area,
nice. I
yeah,
like that.
this area that came up that you saw there was actually the end of this particular region, and basically the world is just really well done and put together. Like, it's
Yeah, I
just a
like how
beautiful
vibrant
game.
it is. It looks really good. It makes me excited for like an actual Mario game coming to the Switch.
Yeah,
Like,
like I was
not
playing
necessarily
it.
Odyssey, but like beyond that too.
I mean, I'm down for Odyssey just because
Yeah,
it's
same.
not 3D land slow.
I want them to do like a cool, not. I don't know how to describe it. I don't like what they did. Like God, what was it? The Super Mario 3D Land? What was the 3DS one that's really good? I can't remember what one it was.
3D land.
3D Land, yeah. I'd love for them to do like something like that on the Switch, but like looking like this, like really good and sharp. Like that would be amazing.
So I'm mostly just showing the overworld here. These are actually fairly simple levels. Back to Peach's castle.
But yeah, this like that was what was most striking to me when I saw the trailer. I was like, wow, this like looks really solid. Like it like the world design and the colors, and even if there are rabbits in it, it looks really pleasant.
And it's really weird to me because, like when you take screenshots using the native Switch capture, it just doesn't look as good.
Really?
And I don't, yeah, like if you look at the screenshots that I have on the on our review on usgamer.net, you'll see that the screenshots they sort of have like a fuzzy tint to them.
Oh, weird. I actually noticed that when I was taking screenshots of the Zelver too. Like it looks amazing on my PC, but like all my screenshots for some reason look like compressed, and I don't know what. I couldn't figure out why. I was like, I don't know what's happening here, but yeah, that's weird. Cause like all my screenshots of, like Splatoon and stuff look fine on the Switch with the native, whatever share button they have.
I'm just gonna show the over sure common. So this is
Oh yeah,
so this entire area right here in the game is a battlefield. It's a challenge. How hard is this? It's a medium challenge. Challenge it. So once you've beaten an area, then you'll come back and there are challenges in each area. So I got my 3, and I'm fighting supporters who heal and throw grenades. It's like 6 supporters, and my objective this time is to beat all.
And you always only have 3 on your team?
Except in escort missions or special. Oh, this is not good. So challenges are also always much harder. So I'm going to probably fail this. Because they have grenades right off the bat. Which are hitting me with status effects. And you see this little area of cyclone?
Yeah.
That's a tornado, and if you see the wind veils, the direction they're pointing, that's the direction that the tornado is going to go.
Everyone's just getting frozen.
Freeze isn't a bad one. Freeze just means I can't use my special abilities over there. I need to move, though, because... So you see my little cursor? That's Bebo.
Okay.
That's my movement cursor. But Peach, why do you suck so much? I really like Rabbid Peach, but right now, we're to move someplace that's not
in the line of fire now.
So Luigi's main weapon is a sniper rifle, and you'll see here, like, that one target, I have a 0% chance to hit it because he's behind full cover. If he was behind half cover, like this guy, I have a 50% chance to hit. And this guy is not behind cover from my vantage point, so I have 100% chance to hit him.
Mm.
And it's much easier. Like 0%, you're never gonna hit them. 100% chance, you always hit. 50%, it's a flip of the coin. So it's not like XCOM where you'll be like, I got an 80% chance to hit, and then you'll hit that 20% not chance.
Yeah.
Like, if you can see them, you're gonna hit. If you can't, you're not gonna hit. And
Okay, so it's more like straightforward.
right, and behind half cover. And then the 40% you see with the spring there, that's the 40% chance that Luigi has of applying this weapon's special effect, which is bounce.
Mm.
But I'm going to use his second weapon, which is Sentry. Actually, no, I'm not going to. I thought I was going to hit the other guy, but not. His second weapon is a Sentry that will, it's an automated bomb that will just roll on the battlefield until it reaches a target or it gets destroyed. But it's not going to hit multiple people, so I don't see any reason to do it.
Just snipe them.
Right, Rabid Peach. Do you actually have nothing? There's no way she can move. So that tornado is going to cross like this. There's really nowhere she can move. She can't even get behind cover right now.
Yeah.
Put her in the corner. She can't hit anybody from back there. But she can.
Uh-oh.
It's got 2 turns before it actually hits anything. So for every attack, every turn, each of your characters can use one of their main abilities, which is the stuff on the left, a movement, or one of their special abilities, which is the stuff on the right. I'm gonna use her shield since she's out open. I'm gonna move through the pipe with Mario. This is called a dash attack. Basically, if your movement intersects with an enemy, strike them.
Oh, okay. And then you kind of get like extra movement from striking them? Okay.
Yeah, and I could have, if I wasn't frozen, I could have empowered myself. Just going to hit him. Now my turn is done.
How long would you say this game is?
Probably like 20, 25 hours. Luigi's
wow,
dead.
That's long.
Luigi's dead. He's gonna die.
Oh.
No. As I said before, I'm going to this one because challenges tend to be much harder. Because in this case, super effect is 100%, meaning they'll always hit me. And they're all supporters, which means they can also heal.
Oh. Oh no. Yeah, I wonder if I should pick this up because
Luigi just died. You'll see it soon.
Oh yeah, I see.
And that's the death effect. They're dizzy and then they stay on the battlefield, but you can't do anything. So that hit an enemy with the honey effect, which actually made them FedEx, which means that enemy cannot move.
Oh, okay.
So their movement is completely stopped.
Like those Goombas we saw earlier.
Yes, and that's see, they tease stuff in the game.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't like Rabbids at all, so I'm like wondering how I'll if I end up picking this up, which I kind of want to because I just want something for the Switch right now. I'm kind of like
It's a tornado.
taking a break with Splatoon for a bit. I'm like 115 hours deep in Splatoon 2, so I need to chill out for a little bit on that game.
Done being the god of Splatoon.
I'm done. Now I can't get above rank A-, and it's really frustrating for me. So I'm just like I need to like I think spend some time away and then go back to it and try and regain my honor.
So it's gonna hit that in it.
Okay. You're not doing terrible. You're still
No,
alive.
no, they're gonna heal soon. This is not a battle I'm going to win. Straight up, I already know. Like you can usually tactically once you've started playing enough, you can tell like, oh, this is gonna be a battle I'm getting screwed in. Now Mario's in no cover. He's probably gonna take maybe another 2, so he's dead. And occasionally you got those in attack straight up cutscenes. So this game it runs at 900p on docked mode and 720p on portable mode.
Okay.
It's usually pretty solid 30 frames per second. The times that it's not are cutscenes. Because there tends to be a lot of stuff happening in the backgrounds of it, so.
Did you how did you feel like going into this game? Were you like apprehensive about it because it was Mario and Rabbids, which seemed like a weird combination, or were you like I'm super down like right away?
I was apprehensive about it before E3.
Oh yeah, you played at E3.
Yeah, I played it once. I played at E3. I was like, okay, this is good. My real worry then was, is this going to be one of those games where the demo isn't really good of a final product? Where is that going? Gonna heal? One of you is gonna heal.
Vodka and Tonic asks, is the difficulty of this challenge due to your team's like current level and skills and like in the save?
It's partially due to my team's current level of skill in this particular thing, and just because it's a medium challenge. And given what this challenge is, I probably should have taken a different team. A little bit more damage heavy. There goes Mario.
Bye, Mario. Whoa.
But the challenges are, for the most part, other than the very easy ones, what they say on the tin. They are challenges. One of the early medium ones is reach a specific zone of the map, and I think it's like 2 turns, which is completely absurd. And the only way I got through that one was by maxing out Luigi's movement, and he has an ability that also improves his movement. I'm not sure how I would have done it otherwise, so that was like a challenge that I could have finished later in the game.
So it does like encourage a lot of like going back and like trying stuff you wouldn't have been able to complete before and whatnot.
Right. showed, so that was the desert, and half of the desert is also ice.
Okay, that makes sense.
Because a refrigerator fell there, so that's.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Also, the coins come back every time. Seems like cheating, but you're not really
Yeah, that
gaining
seems
much.
a little bit. I mean, but I guess.
Like, you'd be using a lot of time to just go back.
Yeah. Maybe they're trying to make it more worthwhile to like backtrack a little bit. It's like, well, you're getting coins again, so it's okay. Yeah, 15 to or whatever, 20, 25 hours sounds like a long time for this game. Like, I was expecting like 10 to 15 with like some like replay value of some sort. Like, that seems like pretty dense. Would you say it like overstayed its welcome at all? I mean, I guess you gave it a high review, so maybe not, but like, would you say that felt like a good amount of time for this?
I mean, I'm used to XComs where you'll like drop in like a good, what, like 40, 50 hours, and drop in a good 40, 50 hours and get nothing from it.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I like this little Roomba cursor. Oh, so are there puzzles?
Oh yeah, yeah. The overworld has puzzles.
Okay. That is interesting.
Do I have? Not that one. I remember what I have to do this one. And you'll gain environmental abilities. So like push block, I didn't gain that. You don't gain that until after you finish World 1.
Okay.
And World 2 gives you this. World 3 is the drill. Oh, that's not gonna.
Oh.
Oh no, I did this wrong.
Oh, there's no way to pull it? You can only push?
Yeah, that is the big issue there. Like.
That's annoying. Can you like backtrack it? Yeah, like.
No, I did this puzzle completely wrong.
Wait, is there a way for you to put the statue on the ground so they're both like the same level? Or no? Is that not possible? Yeah, like just put it down somewhere or something?
No, it has to go on these things.
Oh, you can't just like take it off. Oh, that's kind of.
So there's another one I'm missing somewhere. Another one I'm missing. But this was mostly just a show. Rabbit guy.
Oh no! Oh no! He's gonna die.
I don't think they can die. I think they're functionally immortal.
Okay. That's good.
Wow.
That makes sense why they don't. There's no permadeath.
So it's mostly just the world, like, oh.
So something I was concerned about with this game is like how much of the like dumb Rabbids type humor would you say is in this?
The rabbits themselves are dumb rabbits type humor. But they're mostly like in the background. What's the next one after this? Is a lot. No, it's spooky trails. Actually, what I should do is use the washing machine. So World 3 Spooky Trails, I'll go there next. First. Oh, and that's the amiibo thing. So
Amiibos?
if you have
What's the
amiibo, you
amiibo
can
functionality?
unlock weapons.
Oh, that's not as. I thought it would be outfits or something cool. That's my favorite thing is when like amiibos unlock outfits. Like in Miitomo, you could do that, and I just had like very cool KK slider outfits for like a lot of people.
So I never checked the washing machine my first, so I didn't know this was a thing. But yes, washing machine. You can go back. Each world, as you can see, I got perfect. Some of these has a certain par. So like this first level in World War has this par of 6 turns. I completed 5, and all 3 of my team members were alive, so it's perfect. If someone dies, it jumps down to good, and if 2 people die or you gain over the par, it jumps down to good one.
Oh yeah, on the stream, can we see Luigi dab? This is a request from the chat, a formal request.
Promise. Guess so. I think it's dabs when he does his little.
I want to see him dab. I want to see him dab. I want to be like, this is really dumb.
13. Someone died in this one, so. One of these battles. I don't actually remember what any of the battles are. So.
You'll remember when you get there.
Oh wow, it even gives me the cutscenes again.
Can you skip them?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So Bowser Jr. has the one rabbit with the headset right there, who is named Spawny.
Vodka and Tonic says, and the question of do I buy XCOM 2 or Mario and Rabbids, I feel like Rabbids makes the choice a simple one. Yeah, but this game is also on the Switch, so you can play it on the go, and you cannot do that with XCOM 2, so that's definitely an enticing little thing. Even if it does, you have to deal with Rabbids.
You do have to deal with Rabbids, but they're not that bad. Like, they don't particularly add anything, but they also don't really hurt much of anything.
I love how his phone has a little tail like his hair. It's so good. Aw, yeah, his phone case is like this. That's so good. That's a pretty good thing. Yeah, like all things considered, like this game looks pretty good. Like in terms of like style and cutesiness for not being like an in-house Nintendo developed game. Like they did justice to these characters, I think.
Yeah, and so I compared it to what's it called? I compared it to Super Mario RPG. I don't think it's as good as Super Mario RPG.
Mm-hmm.
But it's definitely got that that feeling of somebody who's not Nintendo creating something with Nintendo style polish.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even. This was a simple. Oh no!
I don't know what you. Oh no, that. Oh, you. You're good. Would you say like checkpoints and everything are pretty forgiving? Like you never have to like go back super far?
Yeah, no, they don't hurt too much. This is just the first time supporters appear, so showing me what they do.
Man, I'm just annoying watching this without any sound. It's so hard to like tolerate it. Heals who heal. Oh my god, that's really dumb.
Skip all text. Right. got here? So this is a basic Ziggy. That's a basic enemy. This is a Hopper. Use Team Jump, which it's a move actually.
Is that when you like hop on your teammate's shoulders or whatever? I think I saw that in the trailer. Yeah.
And Mario can actually. So see, I got 50%. That person's behind. Have cover. I can kill them outright. Oh, and I got a golden shot. So golden shots are occasional shots that produce magical coins that you can pick up with you.
Magical.
So cover. Not that he can actually reach. Goodbye. Oh, and when you kill rabbits in this game, you're not actually killing them. They teleport back to the hub and become normal rabbits again.
Oh, okay, so they've been possessed to be evil. Okay.
Yeah.
And you got good rabbits on your side.
Yeah, and this Mario ability to show how basic Mario is. Hero Sight is Overwatch from XCOM. If they move, shoot them in the face.
Yeah, I've never played XCOM before, but I've always like watched it. Like I don't know why, I've just like naturally just always enjoyed watching people play it because I feel like I'm not very good at strategy games because I'm a very impatient type of player. So I always wondered, like, I feel like if I gave it a shot, I would probably learn to not. But I've always just felt like, man, I would just be like not patient enough for this and just go all in and kill everyone.
Well, this one moves relatively quick. Oh, that was a bad position. The only thing I don't like is, unlike I got used to spending a bunch of hours in Disgaea. You can't cancel.
Oh, yeah, Disgaea.
Can't cancel bad moves.
Mm.
So if you make a move and it's not where you wanted to go, that's it.
You're just stuck there. Yeah, I can see that definitely being annoying. Do you feel like this, like, is it super easy to just like restart these type of battles, or is there like some consequence where it's like, oh, you have less of this now or whatever, or is it just pretty much?
Nah.
Okay. So you just
good.
Restart it.
You die, you restart it.
Oh, okay.
I had one particularly hard level in World 4 that I restarted a couple times. I can actually kill this guy. Empower raises his damage. And the battle is cleared in only 2 turns compared to the 4.
Woo! Congrats.
And then see, same battlefield that I was on. Actually, I have to go back downstairs. Same battlefield I was on is still like Overworld. On to the next area, which in this case has a puzzle. Oh, it's Toad. So there's a running gag here with Toad and Toadette, wherein Toadette is usually doing the safe thing and Toad is off getting lost, and then Toad is always saying that Toadette is the one getting lost. So that is what basically at the beginning of this level Toadette's like, yeah, so Toad just like went off on his own.
So Toad's trying to like lay the blame elsewhere.
Right.
Trying to be sneaky, but shaking my head. Typical Toad. I was totally gonna ask something and I forgot what it was, so I hope it comes back to me. Oh yeah, do you think this game would work better on like a PC since it is a strategy game and there's like a cursor and like all that, or do you think it works well enough on the Switch?
It works fine with the analog. Like they definitely. This was built from the ground up, tell for the Switch,
Okay.
and you know the art style and mechanics and everything. It's meant to be a pretty quick game. I think most of longer battles tend to be boss fights.
Okay.
This is actually where Toad becomes an escort. Basically, I moved this block with Rabbid Mario, so I already have, onto Toad, and then the next fight is escorting Toad. You see those black flags over there? You'll see it in a second.
Yeah, I see him.
That's the next fight, and you can already see the rabbits there, but I have to escort Toad.
Not in the mood.
So I'm gonna go the spooky region. Spooky trails.
You mentioned that some of the weapons have like callbacks to other Nintendo games and whatnot. Do you are there any other references?
Some of them have callbacks to other Nintendo games. Some of them have just random let's see. Ceramic Panic, Bonsai Bill, Gold Bullet, Splatter. Yellow Submarine. You'll see it in a second. Mario has a weapon called Submarine.
All right. Does it play the Beatles when you shoot it?
No, it doesn't.
No, it's a missed opportunity.
Think of what else.
I don't really know much about Rabbids other than I just hate it. Is there is it kind of like a Minions? I've always just seen them as
100%. It's a 100% Minions thing.
Yeah, are they the type? Is it the type of property that's very into being culturally relevant and pop culture jokes and memes and whatnot? I have no idea.
I actually don't know because I've never watched.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel I wouldn't be surprised if it is. You know, it wouldn't come as a shock to me.
There was one that was seems a little bit much for a kid's game, but
yeah, that's another. It's when I think of Rabbids and even Mario, I think of kids games, and this seems really complex. I wonder how many kids are actually gonna wrap their heads around this and be oh yeah, I'm into this. I don't want to brush off kids. I always felt there's so many kids games growing up that I felt undermined my intelligence, I'd say. And I feel there are a lot of kids things that do that nowadays too, but I also feel this might be a little bit too complex for the average kid.
I think so. This is you're playing through. It's see the weapon there, Louis Armstrong. Life's a Beach. That was the one where I was oh, I mean, it's Beachwood luxury, but I mean, so
yeah. Did you ever find yourself annoyed by any of these references or annoying little things, or were you just it's fine, it's whatever?
Yeah, no, most of it's I don't really care.
Yeah.
The ones that I noticed, I was oh, okay, I get spooky trails somewhere. Desert. Everybody is fly. Trails. Of spooky trails.
Oh, I love this. Oh, this looks really cool. I'm like a sucker for like Halloween type stuff. I don't know why. It's just like anything that's very eerie or whatever has ghosts and stuff. I'm like, oh yeah. I like how these coffins have little rabbit ears on it.
No, I was supposed to go the other direction. Red coins. So you see that red? It's probably gonna have me trying to catch a red coin. Yes, it is. Hey, come on, do this. Me.
Oh no! You could do it.
Yeah. Those are the kinds.
Did it.
Yeah, and those are the kinds of puzzles that you. Golden chest, so probably gonna be a weapon.
What would you say is your favorite world in this?
Actually, probably this.
Is it just like because of the style of it, or
Yeah, I just love the style
battles
of this, and I enjoy the boss fight, which is against the Phantom of the Opera style.
Oh, that's cool. That's a cool twist. Someone in the chat says the game audio is pretty low.
Okay, give me a sec. It's gonna show what's it called. It's switching. There we go.
Look at our setup. It's so beautiful.
Spooky trails. I also love the little the boot lanterns. So cute.
Yeah, it's pretty good. And they're all chained down, so they're like force there. It's pretty good. Yeah, I always loved any of the like haunted house levels in Mario. I just like the vibe of those. And they always felt like little puzzles in themselves because you're like having to dodge boos everywhere and stuff. Oh, so the cursor talks too. I missed that before.
Yes, the cursor is an actual character.
Mm.
That used to work for the lady that made the helmet.
Okay. Was this cursor another being at one point in time, or was it always just this little thing with ears? Or is that a spoiler?
It was always this thing with ears as far as I remember. Relics of goodness to recover. So you see, I went through the flag. Objective. Easy mode. But you notice the easy mode prompt there was, hey, just hit Y, and if you do easy mode, you get 50% more health, and your health regenerates automatically in battle. So it's not like super easy. The enemies are still as hard as they.
It's just you have like a low leg up on them.
Yeah. It's all zigzaggers.
Someone in the chat says, I like the font in this game. It's very legible compared to other games of this era. And I agree. I feel like the UI is like really legible, and it's not super cluttered or anything. Like even with all like the complexity this game has, like, and I dig when games like make it not super obtuse to like know what you're doing.
Nope.
Do you see a future for this? franchise? Like, do you see this being a franchise? Like, more Mario Rabbids games or like team ups in the future? Or do you think this is probably just like all one thing?
I could see them doing a second. Maybe. But I don't think you can get very much more than that.
Yeah. What other genres do you think these two franchise or two series should like take on? Like they've done the tactics. Like what's next for Mario Rabbids?
Fingers crossed. Yes. I mean, the gulf between this and say Mario RPG, it's pretty wide. I'm trying to think last other time. Maybe Namco Bandai Mario Karts are probably the only other time that we're able to get this kind of like somebody else using Nintendo properties to this level.
Yeah.
Got many good moves here.
Like, what would be your dream Mario Rabbids game that isn't a tactics game?
Oh, I wouldn't want anything other than this. Like, the reason I want...
There's no other redeemable.
The reason I'm fine with this is because it worked out so well.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like look at this and like, yeah, I want more Mario
Do you want
Rabbids.
Rabbids in Mario Kart?
Like,
Do you
if
want Rabbids
anything,
in Smash Bros?
if I could get this without Rabbids, I'd be excited by it.
Oh, someone said, Mario and Rabbids at the Olympics. It would be like, they should do like Mario and Sonic and Rabbids at the Olympics, and that would be a solid thing. And by solid, I mean not very. Oh no! Mario got hit.
Ziggy just used Overwatch itself, so it's about to shoot Mario. Oh no! You want one hip cat if you want to be mad at Luigi. First save Luigi. Beepo's like, oh hey, it's Mario, and what are you, Lyle? Welland? Like, he doesn't even know Luigi's name.
Doesn't have time to learn it. See, some people in the chat are just like, this is so zany and dumb looking, but I feel like this doesn't look too bad, considering that Rabbids
so
are
you see
here.
the ears? These are enemies that are not
Just
active this turn, but will be active soon.
Okay, so they're just like hanging out for a bit.
Choose a spot.
Someone in the chat asks, does the combat get too samey after a long playthrough, or does it hold up for long stretches?
That holds up pretty well. This battle is actually one of simpler style. Like, at some point they start throwing more enemy variety. There are smashers, which are enemies that are very big. They carry huge columns of stone or ice or whatever. And if you attack them, they get free movement. So don't want to attack them because they can move farther every time they get attacked. Or you want to try to move them back and forth between two parties, or outright kill them before they can get to you. Then there are shield guys. I don't remember the actual names for all of these enemies, but can only attack them from their flanks, Otherwise, they tend to face towards you. So you pretty much have to attack them from the front and then have someone else attack them from the back. Everybody's out of range. I have it. Choose them. This battle is pretty straightforward because these are all Ziggies. And it's probably straightforward because they want me to finish off 10 of them. High ground automatically gives you a bonus to attack. Get up. Start up there? Oh, Luigi, what? You gotta run, bro.
Oh, Luigi.
Oh, Luigi.
He's getting fired. Dang, he's almost dead. I thought he was gonna take it out there. Is there any way to revive companions after they die, or no?
Everybody backtrack.
Who would you say your favorite character or team member is?
Probably Luigi. If they had Waluigi in this game, I'd be set.
Think there's any?
No!
Uh-oh, what happened? I don't see this on the stream yet. Oh, that's what happened.
Oh, I was gonna move him back so he could get healed, and I totally forgot about Overwatch.
Every time I hear Overwatch, I just think of like the game Overwatch, but I know that's like a term in these type of games.
So salty now. So salty.
Nosferatu in the chat asks, "Hey, how is this game? Should I buy it? What do you think? What's your take? Should this person buy it?"
I say it's worth it. It's worth a good purchase.
Yeah, like, especially I feel like it's a kind of a dry season for the Switch, honestly. Like Splatoon's kind of been out for a while. ARMS has been out for a while. There's not really much new coming out aside from like smaller games, and I feel like this is like seems like a good.
God, I'm gonna fail
good
on this
Switch
one
game.
too. Bad, yo. It's bad.
I believe in you. You only have what 5 more enemies to take out? You can do it.
Oh God, no, no, this is not gonna happen. This is not gonna happen.
Nosferatu says, "Will you give me my money back if the game sucks?" I mean, you can just get a refund wherever you go. I mean, we have a full review on the site if you want to read like more in-depth thoughts. You can also just watch gameplay videos. Usually that's what I do when I'm like haven't decided on whether I should get a game yet. Is I'll watch like Giant Bomb's quick looks or just, you know, skim around and kind of get an idea like, okay, is this a game that I would enjoy, and then, you know, get a feel for it. I don't think I've ever really refunded a game actually. I've never been like mad about a game.
So as you can see here, you asked how hard the game is. I got cocky because I saw that they were all just Ziggies.
And look at you now, scrambling. Luigi dead.
Mario's gonna die. He's gonna die right here. Right now.
Poor Mario. It's all up to Rabid Peach. Which sounds like very evil, like, oh, she's Rabid. But she's just a bunny.
But here's Mario's death.
Mario took someone out. Doing okay.
Did.
Oh no,
Peach
they got taken out.
Peach has to take out 4. That's 4. She has to take out 4 and they do 50 damage each. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. If I wasn't streaming, I would just reset this. I would just reset it.
Do you save scum? All about save scum.
Here she goes.
Oh no! That's slow-mo. I agree. Someone in the chat said the one benefit I see in this game is that it's portable, which is always a plus for RPGs and tactics games. And I super agree with that because I'm like very, I don't want to say lazy, but it's like I'm more likely to play something in the long term if I could just play it on the go. That's like why I feel like I always tend to finish like 3DS games, whereas with so many console games, I just drop off of them. And I think it's because it's like so easy to just take around. And that's like the same with the Switch. Like I've beaten every game I've gotten for it, so.
Oh, Mario, why are you in my cover, bro?
Oh, so they take that cover if they die there?
Yeah, like I can't.
That sucks. That's kind of a, like I would think you could like slide in behind him or something. Yeah, this is a
kind of on. Why did I? So you see that block I'm behind? That's destructible cover. When it gets destroyed, it's gonna freeze me.
You get hurt, yeah.
Yep.
No.
There she goes. Oh, she almost did it too. She almost did it too.
This is kind of stressful to watch.
Actually, no, that wasn't all that bad.
Oh, they walked away mad.
So that is one fight, but that's the kind of thing where, like, if you walk into a fight and you're not necessarily prepared for it, or if you don't have the right stuff, that is the kind of thing that will happen. I actually could have pulled that one out. I should have just kept everyone together. Like, Mario's in power and Luigi's sniping together are pretty, but I'll show you a boss. Jumps. Sure.
Oh yeah, it is 11:12, so we'll probably be wrapping up pretty soon here.
Yeah, no, I'm not actually going to do this fight. But I'm going to show you.
Just get a glimpse, a little taste of what the bosses are in this game. Someone in chat asks, since there's RPG elements in here, does that mean there's grinding involved?
No, not really. You can replay levels. But there's no, like, you gain power orbs, from bosses, and you gain, coins from just doing stuff, but there's really no reason that I found to actually sit and grind, because, every time you beat a world, they sort of upgrade general health, and as long as you stay up to date with your weapons, you'll pretty much be caught up with the, game. So there you go. Rabbid Kong.
Wow. That was a big rabbit. We also got another question. Do you think that if this game is successful from a sales standpoint, you can see Nintendo continuing to partner with other franchises on future Mario Tactics titles? I could see maybe with other developers for other weird crossovers, maybe, if this turns out to be like a big success. I mean, it seems to be a critical success. It seems like people are digging this on the critics side. But
I think it'll probably do well in US and just because.
Yeah.
It's not like you don't have any games for Switch.
Yeah.
But people have probably finished a number of the primary games that they play on Switch.
Yeah, it's been long enough since, like, obviously, like, Breath of the Wild and Splatoon and ARMS, and I can't even think of, like, any other Switch games, which is terrible. But it definitely, I feel like it's kind of the perfect time for it to release, like, before Mario Odyssey's out, like, kind of, like, in this in-between summer stage.
And Nintendo's been pretty good so far of releasing since the Switch launch, a game for
like month or
month.
so. Yeah.
Like every month, I'm like, oh, here's a game. It's worthwhile. Enjoy
Mhm. And there's like other indies and stuff too that are available, like Shovel Knight, like all Shovel Knight's available on the Switch, which seems like a pretty ideal way to play that. Like, there's a bunch of games for the Switch now. I really enjoy Voez, which is like a rhythm game port. And they keep updating like every couple months or so with new free songs, which is kind of cool. So it's just like there's like hundreds of songs in there now. It's a decent rhythm game. It makes me want more rhythm games for the Switch.
OS.
It's pretty dope. I like it, but I also like rhythm games, so I'm biased, I guess, on that. Not that I haven't played bad rhythm games before, but it's a port of a mobile rhythm game, but it feels more extensive because obviously it's not a free-to-play rhythm game.
Right.
And it's cool, and they just keep throwing in more songs, so that's always neat, and I like that.
Shot. So the way this battle works is Rabbid Kong will just sit there eating bananas and causing those waves to go through the middle of the field. That was a lot harder what I just did last time because I wasn't as powerful. This is the World 1 boss, and these are World characters, so
it's like a lot easier to just skate through it.
yeah. Let's see. Let's go here. These blocks are unbreakable, so they've hurt as much.
Would you say all the bosses are like super intricate, kind of like this, or they kind of have their own little quirks and like in terms of level and character design?
They all have their own like thing that you have to watch out for. Like, so the second boss is a giant snowman, snow ice golem that has 3 phases, but the first phase, like, he has a shield and he's always facing towards whoever's attacking. So you have to wait for him to attack, at which time he'll drop the shield and then attack him. So they're interesting mechanics. In this case, it's hit the button and the bananas go away, and then he won't attack because he's busy trying to get his
Find the bananas. Oh, he's so upset. This feels really cool. It's like trying to yank off his ears because he's in agony.
So then he jumps to the other side.
Oh, and it's like a repeat.
Yeah.
Okay. He's got bananas there? Yay.
Yes.
Look at him. He's so happy. He just eats them whole? That's really gross. He doesn't even, like, tear them or anything.
Like, you realize that you're empathizing with a rabid Donkey Kong. It's a rabid Donkey Kong now. See? People like Rabid Kong. What has this world come to? Feel for the pain. Promise of Rabid Kong. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, I can't actually just go in.
Here we go.
Really should collect these coins.
How long would you say these boss battles run? Are they like always longer than typical matches, or?
Depends on the match. There are some maps that are particularly like maps will be like, hey, get to this region of the map, and it'll be a pretty long map. I'd say probably like they're like 15 to 20 minutes. 15 minutes, but I mean it's on Switch, so like when I'm playing Portal, I just shut it off. and
Yeah.
it's in sleep mode, so come on, Rabbid Peach. Let's not get ourselves killed. Mario did gank that dude real good, cat.
Oh no.
But it's
Oh,
about to get
awesome.
real. It's about to get real because we're about to take his bananas.
Oh yeah.
Can you actually reach the bananas? Yes, you can. Good job, Luigi.
Oh no.
I don't feel your sadness.
It makes me sad. He's just like so desperate.
Doesn't make you sad? Shouldn't.
Yeah. He's so sad.
He's a twisted monstrosity. One more. You can see it's all over cutscene. Everyone's sad. I actually don't know what happened.
Oh, so he heals when he gets his bananas.
Yeah. Itchy feet.
I hate when bosses heal. It's like the most frustrating. It feels like I'm doing nothing. It's worthless.
It's not that bad.
I don't know. I always get really mad when bosses heal. I'm like, come on. Like, I'm working so hard here. And look at me now.
Smash. This is the last one. Oh, there's one of the smashers. So that thing, every time I hit it, will walk towards me.
Oh.
Like so.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember if, like, a particular boss that heals that really enraged me. I can't think of any off the top of my head. I feel like it's just a common thing that I don't ever like. It's always the worst.
See, like
It
right
never
there,
feels fair. I think that's what's my problem with it. I'm like, man, like, come on. Let me just heal and be the unfair one in this fight.
like right there, I just screwed up. I moved Rabbid Peach. I was gonna team
right.
bounce off of her, but since I moved her, ground pound. Last one. But yeah, no, this was much harder last time.
Yeah, I can imagine. Like, yeah,
Because my characters weren't as powerful, so
they can like one-shot enemies or anything. Do you see any? Is there any like enemy or battle scaling at all? Like when you're is there an option for that at all? Like, oh, you're stronger, so we make these battles a little tougher, or is it just like no?
there is a hard mode. Actually, I never actually did this fight. What happens if I just attack him?
Probably go on for longer, I'd expect.
Oh, that's what happens. Heals through.
Yeah. That's kind of worse, yeah.
Heal through this, buddy. Yes, he can. The answer to that is yes, he can. Alright. Well, then I'll finish this the way it's supposed to be finished.
Mario got bounced back.
Nah, it's fine. Just not close enough to bounce over to that region.
That's good that I like that you can grab the coins even if it's not in your direct area. Like, I would think you would have to be at least in the curse's range or whatever.
Goodbye, Rabbid Kong.
Oh no!
Mario's like, stop. Please.
Wait!
Yeah, this humor is like a little much for me.
Goodbye, Rabbid Kong.
Oh my god, is he dead?
Yeah, I mean, like all the others.
Is he taking? She's taking selfies as he's dying?
Well, I mean, he won't die. Remember, he comes back. They end up getting
I don't know.
teleported back.
I do like how all these characters' phones seem to like reflect themselves. That's really cute.
Like, thank you, people. Oh right, I can't actually see the text. Bebo just said that he wants to go back to the Mushroom Castle and workshop solutions in a safe and open environment.
Mm.
And then this is what happens: you finish the boss, you get coins and a trophy. So see, like I didn't gain experience or again for that one, so there's really no reason to go back and do the boss except to get under par and get your gold trophy, or the coins is actually probably better challenges. But that is the end of our stream. That is Mario Rabbids Kingdom Battle, folks. I hope you enjoyed it. It's a cute little game that is far better than it has any right to be.
Yeah. Is it out today or is it out Friday?
I think it's out today.
Okay. Yeah. So you can get it right now, technically.
Yes, you can buy it and enjoy it and be happy with it on your Switch. This is the first time I've actually played it on the TV. Normally I play it portable. So. Oh, 7 Pins, you catch the end of the stream.
We're ending. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. I'm sorry, 7. Sorry. But once again, that has been US Gamer Lunch Hour. I am Mike Williams, Reviews Editor. As always, here with Caty McCarthy. What is
Thanks
your
for
title?
joining us. Staff writer person. I
Staff
don't even know.
Writer. Staff writer. Yeah, you're going through the same thing I went through. It's associate editor.
It's just like I'm kind of everything.
So Thursday we will be back again, both of us, and this time Caty will be in the driver's seat playing Absolver.
Yes, I'm very bad at it, so look forward to that.
And with that, have a great day, folks. Keep reading US GamerNet. We all love you. Thank you. Bye.
Peace.